Right, I like to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I want to get into this article real quick. Home foreclosures are soaring nationwide and rising faster than these five states. It says home foreclosures rose again in February as Americans continue to grapple with the ongoing cost of living crisis. This is according to a new report published by the real estate data provider ATTOM, which found that there were 32,938 properties in February with foreclosure filing, which includes default notices, scheduled auctions, and bank repossessions. That marks an 8% increase from the prior year, although it is down 1% from the previous month. And this just goes to show you how things are rapidly changing here in the U.S. The whole American dream is being done away with. That's why, what the scripture say, man? It says, chasing a dream is like chasing a shadow on a wall. That's in the book of Sirach. You chasing a dream of getting that big house, well, having that family, getting married, having that big wedding cake, having that mortgage home, two nice cars in the garage or on the driveway, having that white picket fence with your little doggies, and that's being done away with because as prices are increasing, as interest rates are going up, people cannot afford this, man. People cannot afford this way of living. You have especially if you go into a job, you can and think about this, man, that a lot of jobs right now, corporate jobs and all, you know how much overtime are you really getting as you were, years back. They're pulling back a lot of the time, overtime, and days work. There's been an article coming out, man. There's actually, man, this is crazy because I spoke about this before in a couple other videos. Is that this 4 day week, 4 day work week is really getting pushed hard, and now you even have what's his name, Bernie Sanders, even pushing for the 4 day work week, saying that people are becoming exhausted, and with the 4 day work week, it actually works because when the production that people or the yeah the production that people actually are doing at work is actually becoming better with a 4 day work week. So now they're pushing for a bill to have a 4 day work week. So this is coming into play where people are going to start working less. But guess what? You're still going to get paid as if you have worked a 5 day work week. So you're going to do 4 days, 32 hours, but after those 32 hours is nothing but overtime, man. It's nothing but overtime. So you'll see how that rolls into play. But ultimately, man, they lessening days. Pretty soon they're gonna be lessening hours. Jobs are being taken by AI. There's many videos of warehouses actually going towards AI robotics. Landscape companies. I brought this up before, so things are really changing, man. Things are really changing for the people in this society, and jobs are being taken, man. Jobs are being taken. People are getting fired back to back. But then again, there's articles coming out talking about there's over 300,000 jobs out there. But there's videos coming out right now that people are posting saying there may be jobs out there, but we're not getting hired for them. So what that tell you? But again, I remember also mentioning years ago, a lot of these jobs that are out there and that's hiring are looking for people with experience. So if you don't have experience, you pretty much dead ass. You're dead in the ground, man, because Yeah, you could have education behind you. You can have, actually, me and my woman was talking about this the other day. You can have, we was talking about professions you can get into after you graduate college. And a lot of time that's going down to the medical field, man, to the medical field and maybe some corporate jobs. But other than that, a lot of these jobs are starting not to require college educations. Even banks are now not requiring you to have a college education. So think about all the people that had to work, get into college, get $200,000 debt, then get into the bank job, only to now see people getting into bank jobs that only have high school diplomas. So these people are getting into bank jobs with high school diplomas and no debt. But you got people that's in these bank jobs who do got college educations that are in debt, man. So things are turning around, man. Things are getting worse for a lot of people, but a little bit better for some other people. But it's all spiraling down the damn drain anyway, right? So you got the foreclosed homes, right? You got people. A lot of people ain't getting homes now. A lot of people are renting. Look out here in Arizona, man. You seeing apartments go up like crazy. You also seeing houses go up like crazy. But a lot of these houses that are going up are being owned by banks. So if the banks are owning these homes, they actually aren't having a lot of they're actually not having a lot of people come in wanting to buy a house. So a lot of that shit is going out the window, man. A lot of that um living that American dream is going out the window. A lot of the undocumented immigrants that's coming to the U.S. are are actually wanting to go back to where they came from because they were looking for that American dream, right? That I want money, I want this, and that, and the third, and finding out that it's even too expensive to live out here, let alone to save money to send back to where they came from. So, things aren't going to get better. Things are only going to get worse. Interest rates are going up, gas prices are going up, cost of living period going up. The other day, um I managed to get to a grocery store, because I've been going through my little foot pain, gout, and all that shit. So it's been hard for me to move around. But now I'm able to become a little bit more movable, more mobile. So I get up and I go to the store, and I leave out of there with 2 bags, 3 bags maybe, of just little stuff, and that shit almost cost me $50, man. So things ain't getting better, man. Things are only gonna get worse. And we went into a video about this, I believe, well, like last week. A bag full of hoes. Haggai chapter 1 verse 5. Things are only gonna get bad. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3. Stores are closing up. The dollar stores, family dollar stores are closing up. Over thousands of locations are thousands. Right. I think the article said over 1,000 locations were closing up, dollar stores. And dollar stores, man, that's what a lot of the people ain't doing. That's not doing too good. That they go there and they buy a lot of shit up, but they closing up the locations of them places. So things are getting a lot worse, man. So it says the annual uptick in the U.S. foreclosure activity hints at shifting dynamics within the housing market, said ATTOM CEO Rob Barber. These trends could signify evolving financial landscapes for homeowners, prompting adjustments in market strategies and lending practices. However, the number of foreclosures completions fell in 28 states in February. Lending repossessed 3,397 properties in February, down 14% from the previous month and 11% from the prior year. The biggest decline took place in Georgia, where completed foreclosures fell 52%, and New York with a decline of 41%. So things aren't gonna look better for this place, man. Things ain't looking better for this place. So that's why you got a Gen Z not looking for corporate businesses, to get into corporate businesses, to work the 9 to 5s. Why? Because there's no point in getting into something like that. You're gonna work hella hard for what? To benefit what? What, the whole hard work shit? Where you go? Look, if you talking about working hard work, you might as well become a damn nurse. You might as well become a doctor. You might as well become somebody that deals with the so-called justice system, because at the end of the day, that's where the money is at right now, man. Is what they call essential businesses, is the medical field or the law field, because corporate businesses, it ain't happening no more right now, man. It ain't happening no more. You ain't getting paid as much as you were before, and even if you were making $100,000 a year, the way this economy is going, man, is spiraling down a drain for a lot of people, man. Not only that, but a lot of people are fucked up financially. If not that, there's always something going on, whether or not you stuck at home hurt because your body is all fucked up, or you the job that you work in, it just don't pay enough. You always going through something. And then with things getting worse the way they are, that's why, again, Gen Z ain't looking for corporate jobs, man. Even the millennials are sticking to making YouTube videos and TikToks and Instagram, because there's not enough money within a 9 to 5 job that's going to keep you stable, especially if you got kids. Now these days, that's why a lot of people at this point are considering not having kids no more, man. A lot of people aren't having kids. A lot of people get into relationships and not having kids. Or some people aren't even getting into relationships, they stand separated, because a lot of times that shit leads to what? Having kids. And people can't afford it right now. People can't afford to have kids on top of the financial struggles that they're going through, man. So even with people, getting 2-3 jobs, even that's not working out, because right now, again, there's a lot of people making TikTok videos crying, suffering, going through it. The economy ain't working out for them, right? So the next step for people is to protest. And there was a video that came out like a few days ago of people talking about standing up. What did he say? He said, remember, there's more of us than there is of them, man. So and this is what these people are about to resort to. And that's going into the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, right? Where it says they shall come against their kings and their princes. Let's grab that real quick before we end it, because I quoted a couple scriptures, but I ain't bring nothing out. So let me bring this out real quick. All right, so this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, and I want to get the point. Let me see here. Right, so it says, 2nd Ezra 15-16, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. This is what it's going to come to. It's going to come to these people revolting, man, because eventually this is going to affect, and I always say this is going to affect the living of their children. People don't start really getting up doing anything until it start affecting their children. Once it's affecting their children is when these people are going to start getting up saying shit. Because look, this is their way of life. These people way of life is to work to provide for their family, is to work to provide a living for themselves. And if they can't do that, then it becomes a problem. So if men are going out there and they can't provide for their family, if women are going out there working and they can provide for their family, then eventually that's going to cause a spark of a protest, of rioting, which is prophesied to come to pass. It's prophesied in the scriptures for these things to happen, right? It said, when you go in the scriptures, what did it say? It says, there shall be uproars of the people in the street. You got, the cost of living is just getting ridiculous, man. Things are getting worse. Things are getting worse and worse. And we standing by saying all praises and due to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, because when we go into the prophecies, like in Matthew's the 24th chapter, the scriptures tell us these things is going to happen. It says when you begin to see the Lord coming back in Matthew's 24:3, these shall be the signs. And we're seeing the signs. We're seeing the wars, rumors of wars, right? We're seeing these people in distress, struggling, perilous times. These things are happening. We're at the end of this place. But other than that, I'm going to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushua, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakaha Kodash. The ones, the apostles and elders of GMS. Citations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. I like to say Shalom.